Yeah, no one is. Excuse me. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good, Max. Good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Chris. We get out of your way. Are you going to tuck back here?
I'm going to you sit right there.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to just come around the corner so that the way.
How's it going? We're going to throw this in front of Max. Here comes Max. Just a couple minutes here. A few folks are running a little late today. I got a couple of notes. See you, Chris. Hey, you guys. It's the sun today.
I know. I just got in my car to get a sweatshirt. It's cool.
Ran out to get some dinner last night. It was great.
Yeah.
What's going on? Actually, check this out. Let's see what just want to go real quick. What do you recommend?
Yeah, I wrote the tuna one that you recommended with the cashews and stuff with no dressing.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever, the one that he told us.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to look at the menu. The menu looks good.
Food's good here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salmon's really good.
Oh yeah.
Water, coffee, anything?
Just water.
Just water. Guys, just wait just a couple minutes here. I got just a couple folks are running late.
Sure. Were you at Fox? You did some digital stuff with them, right?
Yeah, I just did it with Andrew.
Andy, yeah. Cool. That's fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's eating donuts in front of me, that guy.
Right. It's too bad you couldn't be here yesterday, because then we could have decided you're like right on UFC tonight. I think next week you're like Skyping in though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think I said that at the end of the show. Yeah. Cool. When are you going to Brazil?
Tomorrow we leave.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So I'll get there Saturday morning.
Oh, okay. You went before, right, to do like a press thing? Or
yeah, we did the press thing, yeah.
Yeah. How was it?
Alright.
Yeah? Well, because like I feel like they probably like you. You're not like a total enemy, you know what I mean?
We didn't really after the fans. Like the little fans we did was like saying like Jose's a champ, that's about it. And they ain't here to chance it. So.
Right. Yeah, it's funny, certain people go and you can tell they're like really an enemy, and there's other people that are cool fighters and they're like, well, I know you're fighting Brazilian, but we kind of like you too, you know?
I'm going to start, guys.
Well, for a while you were saying, where's Jose, where's all that? So now that the moment is almost upon us, how good are you feeling about unifying the belt?
I feel great, you know, it's been a long time coming, but like I said, man, I said it on SportsCenter earlier today, you know, train to idols become your rivals, and I just wanted to fight, you know. This guy, he was over here and talking about how when a possible matchup, how he would rather have fought Pettis before me and Pettis fought, because Pettis is an easier fight and stuff, so it kind of pissed me off, rubbed me the wrong way, but we're finally here, and I just can't wait, you know. I just can't wait to do the damn thing, get in there and fight, you know, fight one of the greatest of all time. You know, he's one of the greats in our sport, but like I said before, it's time for a new era, and June 3rd. going to be a new era.
Well, you kind of set up my next question was, what do you think of him as a fighter? Obviously, he was the reigning champion for such a long time, and I feel like it's hard for any fighter to not really appreciate what Jose has done.
Yeah, you know, people be like, oh, you disrespected this and that. I'm like, guys, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to fight this guy. You know, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm using facts. I'm using his own words against him. And at the end of the day, I got to go in there and perform, you know. So I'm not talking crazy, saying this, making assumptions. Everything I said is everything that he said. You know, I used them against him. You know, facts is the greatest. You know, you want to talk about facts, you want to talk about stats. Look at the featherweight division. You know, I hold almost every of them. If not, I'm on the top 3 in every record, whatever it is. You know, I'm right there, and you know, the stats, the facts, they all speak for themselves. You know, he's a great fighter. You know, you can't take away anything away from the 13 seconds. You know, it is what it is. You get caught in this sport, and it happens. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, he's a great fighter. But June 3rd, I'm trying to be greater. You know.
So the Jose you saw against Frankie at UFC 200, what kind of threats does that fighter present to you in this matchup?
You know, we see. You know, you guys go look at the stats. You guys look at the way I fight. You guys look at the way he fights. You guys can tell me that. You guys tell me how you guys think it's gonna end, or what I can do. Because at the end of the day, I know what we gotta do. We got a plan. We got tricks up our sleeves. But yeah, he's not. You know, he is what it is. You know, I don't take too much time trying to break down and overthink my fights. We look, we get ready, and you know, every single fight. You know. Name one of the last fights in my last 10 fights where it was a fight, you know. It wasn't really, you know. I've been going out there, we've been dominating, you know, and that's what we want to do. I want to dominate, and this ain't no different, you know. I ain't treating this fight no different, you know. The gold belt is nice, the belt is perfect, you know. Everybody getting belts nowadays. I don't only want the undisputed belt, I want the undisputed career, guys. The undisputed career. When it's all said and done, I want them to be like, my gosh, this guy is the greatest to done it, you know. I want, you know, Dimitri's got picture 11, maybe 12, whatever it is. I want a picture like that with all my belts all over places and whatever, all that cool pics. So that's what I want. I want to be one of the greatest, you know.
Well, when people talk about Jose, obviously they talk about the kicks, and fighters often think they're ready for them until they actually feel them, and then they realize how intense they are. So strategically, are you worried about that, or switching stances an idea for you? Or?
You know what? Then I gave this fight, you know. This is what it is, you know. They always say get ready for his leg kicks, you know, and he's telling me this and that, like he's saying that I'm no different, or I didn't fight no caliber guys, whatever. Like what you said, perfect. It's not the same till you get in there with me. All these guys been telling me, you know. Nobody with the Cub fight, nobody thought I had a standing chance. They're saying like take Cub down. I was like, guys, I'm a striker. What are you guys talking about? I never shot in my life. I don't know if I did. I don't remember it, but I never shot in my life in that fight. So before that fight, so why would you guys tell me to take the guy down? You know, and then with the Pettis fight, they thought so his kicks and his whatever boxing was going to be too much. You know, and look how that fight planned out. At the end of the day, we're getting ready. You know, I'm not stupid. You know, I'm not. This game, these guys over here. I said it before. These guys over here playing checkers, I'm over here playing chess. You know, we're on a whole different level. There's levels to this thing, and I just can't wait. You know, we're getting ready for it. You know, and like you said, we don't know if I'm ready until June 3rd. You know, June 3rd, buy the pay-per-view and tune in, and you guys can watch. You guys want to see if I'm ready? Tune in June 3rd.
Do you think people have been underestimating you then, or do you feel that you get the respect that you feel like you deserve?
I've been the underdog my whole life, you know. I don't care. I'm not supposed to be here. Max Hall is not supposed to be talking to you, to any of you guys. I'm not supposed to be here, you know. So it is what it is. It just comes to a point I don't even care, you know. Action speaks louder than words, and you know, I've been doing a lot of action. You know, there's all these hype trains on everybody. I just told them, you know, I just was telling somebody, I forget who it was, on an interview. I think it was not David Martin, but Thomas for UFC. And I told him, he's like, what about the hype and this and that? I'm like, man, you know, like the whole hype thing about these guys coming out, like all the young guys, Sage and your rear. I'm like, guys, I'm 25 years old. I'm young as shit. What the hell is my height? What the hell? Jump on me, you know? Like what? I don't have a side comb, you know. I rough a fade. I guess I need a side comb and I need some nice shoes and some glasses. I don't do that, you know. It's not me. I like dressing up when it comes time. You know, I got an awesome suit guy that Todd Goldsmith, and he always hooks it up for my suit. This next suit is gonna be nice for this fight, but you know, I'm not flashing that whatever. But like I said, you know, action speaks louder than words. Anybody can talk, but you still gotta walk. You know, I'm making the walk. You know, I'm talking to it, but nobody seems to be grabbing. But we see. You know, June 3rd is right around the corner, and I'm excited. I just can't wait to do it. You know, it's been a long time coming. I just can't wait to fight. You know, I wanna. This is what I really believe I was put on this earth to do. I believe I was put on this earth to fight, and you know, June 3rd I get to go against one of the greatest, and we'll see what happens.
Max, you're going into this with the interim belt. I mean, are you treating this fight like it's your first title defense, or do you feel like you really need to beat Jose to solidify it?
You know, like I said before, you know, the belt is a belt. It's cool to have. You know, I don't, you know, I like to be called him champ. You know, I like people see me like, hey, the champ in Hawaii and whatever. That's cool as shit. You know, to me, I think that's super sick. But the belt is a belt, but it goes back to what I said. You know, I want the undisputed career. You know, at the end of the day, the belt, it is what it is. But I want I want big paydays. I want the stats. I want to make sure my son is okay when he's going to college and stuff, and our family is all good. And then, you know, it's a belt, it's a thing, you know, it is what it is, you know. I love the things that come with the belt, you know, the free food, the free dinners when you go sit down, you know, people being nice to you and stuff. So it's awesome, you know. I love the belt, but this is just another fight, you know. You can't change anything dramatically now. Why am I going to change anything, you know? It's always why fix something that's not broken, you know? I add on to it, you know, it's great. So we're not trying to change anything, we're adding. I'm adding. You know, over here people is like, oh, I think I need to change this. No, I'm over here thinking I need to add, you know? You know, everybody watch Fast and the Furious, you know? They don't try to change the engine, they just add NOS. You know?
In your mind, what do you think you need to do to have that undisputed career you talk about?
June 3rd is one step. You know, I just gotta keep winning. You know, winning and stats and numbers and you know, title defenses and all this stuff come into play. You know, you gotta keep winning. You know, keep showing the world why you're the best man in the world. You know, on this planet. You know, so that's what I gotta do. Just keep winning.
Max, you said you've been an underdog your entire life. How has that prepared you for this moment, this biggest fight of your career?
A lot, you know. It's like, you know, I knew at a young age to just accept the fact that people don't owe you nothing, you know. A lot of people go out here as well, like, oh, the world owes me something, this person owes me something, you do something nice for them, now they owe me something. No, you know, like, nobody owes you shit, you know, in this life. That's real. That's 100%, you know. If you want anything, go out there, work hard, and go get it, you know. Don't think anybody owes you anything. Once you start thinking a mindset, I'm owed something, you're in the wrong mindset, you know. And being an underdog was just like, I just want to work everything. I don't want to say anything is given to me, this and that. I wanted to work my ass off, and you know, my papa instilled that from a young age. I remember like coming home from school, you know, gotta do your homework, then you can go play, do your chores. Every Saturday and Sunday he'd wake us up. We'd have to pull weeds and stuff first, and then we could go and play and stuff. So it's whatever you want something, you gotta work hard, you know, and go after it.
Is that you still look at yourself as the underdog as you're about to face Aldo, or do you look at him as you're his equal?
I look at me like I'm the greatest, you know. And this ain't cockiness. Everybody's like, oh man, this kid is so cocky, he talks and blah blah blah. I'm like, this is confidence. You guys need to know the difference. You know, cockiness is over here saying wild make-believe shit. You know, I'm saying facts and I'm saying real stuff. This is confidence. You know, if you guys don't have this confidence in whatever you do, you know, you're gonna suck. I'm sorry, but straight up, you're gonna suck at whatever you do. If you're not confident in what you're doing, then why do it? Anything I said it in the countdown, in the preview, you guys heard. I never ever wanted to be average in my life. Why? Who the hell wants to go his life just making it by? I never ever wanted to make it by. I never did. I always wanted to be. I was playing high school baseball. I wanted to be the best damn guy on the field. You know. So off the field, I was making sure I was finishing my homework early, early in recesses, so when I went to stuff, I didn't have to worry about going home after practice doing homework. You know, that's just the little stuff. You know, so it's like I don't want to be average. You know, I look at him. He's a human being. I'm a human being. At the end of the day, we all bleed red. You know, that's the way regular guys think. You know, we're all humans. You know, if somebody came in here, stabbed us, all in the same spot, we're all gonna bleed out. That just the same. You know, but at the end of the day, when you over here thinking that you're gonna come in here and try to hurt me, you know, in the octagon and stuff, I think I'm greater. You know, I think I'm the best. When it comes to fighting, I believe I'm the best fighter alive, walking this planet Earth. And if you don't have that confidence going into anything you do, whatever you do, a doctor or a reporter, then what the hell are you doing it for? You know, why even try?
You know, we've heard you say that you've had your eye on Aldo since you were 17. Can you just sort of put into perspective what it means for you to go from being a kid, seeing him when he was running the division, dominating, to now you're actually about to face this guy as a grown man?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. You know, it's the truth. I was watching this at WEC, you know, and I said at Sports Center. I don't know if I said it already, but you know, training to idols become your rivals, and I'm right here, you know. So I'm excited, you know. And it's just time, you know. Like I said, it goes back to what I said. It's time for a new era. This guy, you know, he's still a young guy, but you gotta say a veteran because he started so young. You know, he started when I pretty much started. You know, I started seeing him when he was 20, 21 or 23, yeah, around there, yeah, in the WC. So, you know, it's just. I can't wait to fight, you know. This guy is pretty crazy to think that much years, 8 years, they stood at the top. So it's amazing, you know. It's amazing. I get to get the shot at fighting a person in Aldo, and I'm just ready for. I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to be in the same octagon with the guy, you know, and show you guys what we've been working hard for the last 6 to 8 weeks.
What did 17-year-old Max think of Jose as you were watching on TV? What do you remember thinking about that?
I wanted to fight him. I just wanted that's what I wanted to fight. I thought he was a strike. I'm a kickboxer, and he was whooping everybody's ass in kickboxing and Muay Thai with the leg kicks. So I was like, damn, I want to kickbox this guy, you know. Or I wasn't really into MMA. We was practicing MMA a little bit, but I was saying like, man, I wanted to fight this guy, you know. Now the chance is here, 25-year-old Max. I get to have the chance, you know.
I'm curious what you think about how active he would be. One critique people do have of Jose is that he didn't fight often enough. So if you're able to become undisputed champ, how often would you like to fight?
You know, 2 to 3 times a year. You know, maybe squeeze in the 4th one. We see how my body is, but you know, I always fight 4 times. Like, you know, in this 10-fight win streak, I think 2 years in a row I fought 4 times. So it's like, or 3, 4, 4, 3. You know, I want to fight. I want to stay that active. You know, and be 3. You know, and the way you get money, you know, is you want to fight out your contract. You fight your contract. You do more fights. You fight your contract. You get bigger paydays. So you know, at the end of the day, you know, for sure, I wanted to fight at least at least 2 to 3 times a year, at least. You know, and then we'll see what happens. You know, but like you say, you know, the body. He was hurt and stuff, whatever. You can't control that kind of stuff. But I want to defend at least 2 or 3 times a year if my body allows me to.
I'm curious what you're thinking right now of the Division 2. Obviously, Frankie Edgar just had an amazing fight against Yair Rodriguez. We know Cub is doing well. There's a lot of guys on that list that you've already fought. But if you are victorious, who do you expect would be your first defense?
You know, if I win, I think it's a toss-up. It's whoever. You know, I always wanted to fight Frankie, you know. I wanted to fight Frankie on the 205 card. I was tripping out that they gave that fight to Stevens, you know, and you know, he's one of the guys I always wanted to fight too. He's on the top of the list, you know. Me and Cub, I'd gladly like to do that rematch again, you know. He's showing what's up, you know, ever since our fight. So that would be a great fight, you know. We got Korean Zombie back in the mix, you know. Him and Ricardo is fighting, so. That should be a fun fight. There's a bunch of fights that I want to fight. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to run through the division and pick and choose these guys. You know, I'm cleaning them out, and I want them all. So when you go down the top 10 list and it's time for another title defense, it'd be like, holy, who the hell are we fighting, you know? Like Demetrius, that's a good problem. It's a bad and good problem, you know? He's cleaning out, you know? I want to be Mr. Clean Out, so that's what I want to do.
I can't remember I asked you before, but do you appreciate that last moment with Ricardo Lamas as much as everybody else does? Like, do you understand how iconic that is now?
Yeah, you know, it was funny. I listened to an interview on the way, and the guy was saying, like, how come the Holloway didn't get picked up in middle schools and stuff, you know, with the fidget spinners? I was like, I don't know, man. I question myself too. I was like, I probably in Wyandotte he picks up and he go home with a black eye, you know. I don't think so, but yeah, you know, that was fun, you know, that was cool, you know, they forever immortalized me in the game, and only my guy can do it, so that was great, you know, that was just, sometimes you just gotta live in the moment, you know, lived in the moment for that, and paid off.
Since we were talking about the division, I mean, is Conor even part of the mix anymore, or do you feel like the division's kind of moved on without him at that point?
Yeah, you know, like, at the end of the day, you know, people keep talking about the belts and whatever and this and that, and you know, this guy's gonna fight. They're saying that he can fight Floyd. He's getting ready for Floyd or whatever. And I think the division has moved on. You know, this whole Floyd Mayweather talk and him making 50 mil or 75 mil, whatever the talk is. Like, would you guys come back to MMA after a fight like that? Like, you know, like this guy, you know, Conor should be proud, you know. Everybody tells us, oh, he's a champ, blah, blah, blah. Like, he should be proud, you know. Conor was a champ, you know. He should hold his belt. He should hold his belt up high and proud, you know. And at the end of the day, he's the 2015 champ, you know. This is 2 years later already, and he never ever once talked about defending the 45 belt ever. Not ever. He not ever once talked about it. He talked about defending the 55 belt more than the 45 belt, you know. It's time to move on from this chapter in life already, guys, you know. At the end of the day, we're not going to tell LeBron, hey, LeBron, you can't show your 3 rings. That was 3 years, you know. No, be proud. You won it that time. But then you got to play again to keep holding this title championship, and he's not doing it, you know. And fair play to him, you know. He's not that type of guy, you know. He's just not that type of guy. He's always looking over the fence and looking for better stuff. And you know, we're grateful for the fans he bring in and whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, his fans love him for that. Always looking for the next big thing, you know. Well, my fans, they love me because they know I want to be a king, and they want me to see the conquer, and they want me to see defend. You know, I want to defend my throne and keep doing it. And that's just not what he is, you know. That's his life, you know. That's his life. That's the way it goes on. I think people need to like just move on from that already, and especially from the 45. You know, if he gladly wants to come back after this fight, you know, Dana White knows my number. He knows the number. You know, can get it done. But at the end of the day, after getting so many meals like that, you'd figure to think if he ever gonna fight again. You know, so you guys helped that. You know, so.
Yeah.
So you talked about how active you want to be and how active you've been over the last few years. Do you think that helps you treat this more like any other fight? Like you don't have to get too up for anything if you've been used to making that walk and getting in there?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, that's why I like staying active. You know, it makes me stay in the gym. You know, it makes me stay in the gym more. You know, it makes you learn, and I always wanted to be ahead of the game. You know, this is a learning curve. You know, it's coming to a point where it's this game is like just turning, and you're seeing crazy martial arts coming out of nowhere now, and this and that. So, yeah, man, you know, I definitely think so. There's pros and cons to it, you know. It might highly chance of getting hurt, and then there's pros and cons to only fighting once or twice a year, you know. So, you know, I'm that guy that like to stay active, like to stay, you know, like. And they only remember your last fight anyway. So the more times you fight, the more famous you get, and the more helpful that becomes.
How much of an impact has your career had on the scene in Hawaii in terms of other fighters, and have you noticed that you've started to get more guys involved? I mean, obviously BJ, and there's a lot of history there, but have you seen things kind of growing?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. It's been huge. MMA in Hawaii always been big, but now it's getting bigger again, you know. And then we got a bunch of Hawaiian guys in the UFC. You know, I got my boy Yancy Madaris. He's fighting Eric Silva on the card. You know, he's opening up the pay-per-view card. Did not miss that fight. And it's just big. We got a bunch of guys here, you know, and just like the media outlet there have been covering a lot of MMA now, like the news stations. Like I just like I've been having grandmas and grandpas come up to me like at like when I'm flying or whatever, and like they come up to me crying, telling me thank you for what I'm doing. I'm like, man, this is amazing, you know. Like a lot of my fans in Hawaii is probably old people because they watch the news, you know. So yeah, they come, they cry to me, they cry on me. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm in shock, you know. So it's great to see. It's definitely getting bigger, and you know, hopefully after all said and done, everything goes my way. We get a UFC Hawaii, you know. Our fans is waiting for it. We want it. Let's go Dana White. Let's go Vita. Keep hashtagging UFC Hawaii, and let's enjoy our beautiful sun out there.
Yeah. You know, this is a little off topic from your fight, obviously, but you know, I know you grew up in a place where tough streets and things like that. I'm just curious what your take is on what happened between Chris Cyborg and Angela Magana. Did you hear about that? Did you know about that situation? Obviously, right. So what's your take on that? Because people seem to come down pretty hard on one side or the other.
Yeah, you know, it's, at the end of the day, if you're gonna talk shit on Twitter, you know, and you're gonna see the press here, like, you gotta think something's gonna happen, you know, and then when someone getting your face that close, you know, and whatever, it's just like, you know, you need to be fight ready. I don't know. I would, but then even like with the police stuff and whatever, like, you know, it happened, you know. The way it was handled, I would have been like, you know, no, she didn't hit me. I would have just said it, you know, she didn't hit me, you know. Like, it's a fighter thing, you know. Like, I was talking all this shit on Twitter. You know, you got punched in the face. Should have punched me back. Or I'm gonna punch you back. You know, like boom, boom. You know, it's gonna be fast. We're gonna fight. It is what it is. You know, it's like what they expect. You know, you got a bunch of fighters that talk shit, harass each other. You know, you put some alcohol on them, or you see some, or you get a friend that's with them that's hyping them up and telling them, you know, let that guy talk shit to you like that. You know, it's like, who knows? Somebody might have been in Cyborg gear. You know, Cyborg's not even like that, but one of her friends is like, oh, she Angela. So she kind of feels like I gotta do something now, you know. So she goes and do it. So yeah, I think it's just I think it's just the whole way to handle whatever. UFC got this nice new facility. They should have just went inside. I would have told them I would have just told Cyborg, like if I was Cyborg, I would have just told her, we got this new facility that they're checking us. They got a ring in there. Let's put on 16-ounce gloves and try and take each other's head off, you know, and then shake hands and go on our way. So yeah, that's what I would have done.
Cool. Cash me inside instead, right? That's great. Yeah. Oh, let's grab some. Can we get you? Yeah, holding up the belt, right?
Right there.